This is questions 12 through 20 on your surface area and volume test. That's on Thursday. More specifically, this is just the volume questions. So it says a trash can is shaped like a cylinder. We see it. The height of the trash can is 2 feet. The diameter is 1.5 feet. Which equation can be used to find volume V of the trash can in cubic feet? So the formula for a trash can or for a cylinder is a V equals big V times little h, where we plug in pi r squared for big V. So my radius is half of my diameter. So 1.5 or 1.5 divided by 2 is 0.75. So pi 0.75 squared times 2.75. So the answer is C. Number 13 says an ice cream cone has a height of 4.5 inches and a diameter of 2.2 inches. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the ice cream cone in cubic inches? So let's draw the cone. The diameter is 2.2. The height is 4.5. And our formula is V equals 1/3 big B little h, where we plug pi r squared. And for big B, 1/3 pi, half of 2.2, because 2.2 is our diameter, so 1.1. And then 4.5. And we type it into decimals. We have 5.7. So the answer is F. Number 14. The ball of the snow globe is shaped like a sphere. The radius of the ball of the snow globe measures 3 inches. Which measurement is the closest to the volume of the snow globe? Volume of a sphere, the formula is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And we plug in 3 for the radius. So 4 divided by 3, pi 3 cubed. Oops. And we get 113.09, which is about a B. A cylinder and its dimensions are shown. What measurement is closest to the volume of the cylinder in cubic feet? V equals big B h. V equals pi r squared h. 16, we got to cut it in half because it's the diameter, and we get 8. So pi times 8 squared times 9. Oops, wrong side. 1,809.557, so 56, so J. Number 16. A cylinder and a cone are shown. The height and radius of the cone are congruent to the height and the radius of cylinder. Which statement is true? So we know this is 7 and this is 12. Let's find the volume of both. So V equals big B h, where we plug pi r squared in for big B. So pi times 7 squared times 12. So 1,847.26. And for a cone, it's V equals 1/3 big BH, where we plug in pi r squared for big B again. So 1/3 pi times 7 squared times 12. So I can just divide this whole thing by 3, and I get 615.75. So answer choice says A says the volume of the cone is equal to the volume of cylinder. Well, that's not true. The volume of the cone is 3 times the volume of the cylinder. The cone is smaller than the cylinder, so it's not 3 times. The volume of the cone is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder. That could be possible. Let's check. So let's see, the cone divided by the cylinder. That's almost 1/3. Remember, we rounded, so it's not going to be quite 1/3. It says, oops, why did we zoom in? There we go. There is not enough information to determine the volume of the cone. Well, we just did, so we know that's not true. So C is correct. Number 17, an aluminum can is shaped like a cylinder. It's in the shape of the cylinder. So let's draw a cylinder. With a radius of 3 inches and a height of 2.5 inches. Which equation can be used to find V, the volume of the can, in cubic inches? So V equals big B times H, where we plug in pi r squared for H. So V equals pi times 3 squared times 2.5. So it looks like answer F is our closest one. Number 18. For her birthday, Paula was given a cone-shaped gift box with a gift inside. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the gift box in cubic inches? So volume is V equals 1/3 big B times H, where we plug pi r squared in for big B. And it says our radius is 7. It's a little tiny number, but it's there. And our height is 18. And then we type it into Desmos. So 1/3, that's a 6. Pi times 7 squared times 18. 923.628. So answer choice C. Number 19, a candy company is developing a new lollipop that will be the largest the company has ever created. It will be in the shape of a sphere and have a diameter of 9 centimeters. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the lollipop in cubic centimeters? V equals 4/3 pi r cubed is our formula. We're given a diameter, so we got to cut it in half. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So 4/3 pi 4.5 cubed. Remember to cube it or cubic, because if you don't, I bet if you square it, the answer choice is here, or that answer would be there. 380p1. So answer choice is J. Let's see what happens if we square it. Nope, it's not there. Number 20 says Cynthia makes and sells paperweights at a street market. She makes them in 2 shapes, a cylinder and a cone. Which statement is true about the volumes of the paperweight? Well, this radius would be 6 as well. So we can work it out. We plug in pi r squared for h. So our radiuses are 6 and our height is 13. Let's see, pi times 6 squared times 13, 1,470.27. We divide this, or we multiply by 1/3, or divide it by 3. 490.09. And when we compare them to each other, 490.09 divided by 1,470.27, we get 1/3. So let's see. The volume of the cylinder paperweight is about 3 times greater than the volume of the cone. That is 3 times if that's 1/3 of that. So that's likely. The volume of the cone paperweight is 3 times greater than the volume of the cylinder paperweight. The cone is smaller than the cylinder, so not true. The volume of the cylinder paperweight is about the same as the cone. Those are not the same. The volume of the cylinder paperweight is about 1/3 less than the volume of the cone. The cylinder is bigger than the cone, so we know that's not true. So F. So that was the end of your test review over volume and surface area. If you have any questions, you need to ask them before Thursday.